Dionysus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, Narcissus, Medusa, Ephasos, Ashalalala, Susus, Minerva, Ecobus, I love it when you couscous, Aphrodite, Ventus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, I love it.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, and we have Booyah as our broadcast partner. It's a new day, and it's the beginning. It's gonna be the first half. My name is Apollonia. I'm gonna be your host and caster. Joining me on the panel, it's the rap god, Aggressive, caster and analyst. Aggressive, so happy to have you join me today. We're going to watch Rebellious Gaming go up against Enigma Gaming here today. How are you feeling about it?
Now, this matchup is one for the books as well, because you do have to remember that Rebellious, they have a board to pick against the side of Enigma. It is going to be a pretty rough start for both of these teams, but at the same time, I'm really hoping to see that Rebellious, they understand what they did wrong previously going up against the side of SAQL, which was a lot of fundamental flaws, and they had a little bit of time. They could take that one-day break and go back to the drawing board and understand together that, hey, we're not playing together as a team. We can do a lot better, and just understand that, hey, we should be taking things step by step and then executing down our plans. We should not be going it solo. We should be opting to go much more for the double piece. And for the side of Enigma, I just have one thing to say to them. It's about them just showcasing that they have refined their playstyle and polished up the mistakes going up against the side of Team Mahi, because constantly when it came to the Team Mahi matchup against the side of Enigma, it was Enigma just trying to test the limits a little bit too much. They were trying to play more towards the meta instead of playing for the comfort instead.
All right, so let's head into the map veto screen. Remember, this is going to be a best of 3. Both these teams, Enigma Gaming and Rebellious Gaming, they were in the upper bracket, but they were knocked down into the lower bracket. So this is going to be the last chance that they have to kind of show themselves and what they are about. Now, for map number 1, we are going to have Ascent. Map 2 will be on Bide, and map 3... let's get it down onto Haven. So if we're lucky, we're going to see a map 3, but let's focus on map 1, Ascent. This map, known to be the map that really tests many teams, because so many teams claim that they're comfortable on Ascent, and then competition gets very tough. And if they lose Ascent, it kind of becomes a little bit of a problem for most teams. So looking at both these teams, I think it's going to be a very close matchup. I could be wrong here, but I do believe the skill levels might be a little bit similar. How do you think this is going to play out on Ascent here, Aggressive?
On the map of Ascent, I am going to be giving the benefit of the doubt towards the side of Enigma because we have seen what they can do, especially when Hika is going to be opting to pick up that Phoenix. Hika had a really rough showing when it came down to the Team Mahi matchup on the map of Haven on map number 1. But when it came down to map number 2, he was popping the hell off every single time. He popped the curveball. It was just an instant headshot coming out from it. He just did not miss. And I'm really hoping that he brings the same caliber of skill and potency down to this particular map against the side of Rebellious, because he is going to be going up against Buster on that Phoenix, and he cannot make any form of mistakes, because we know how dangerous Buster can be once he gets winded up and ready to take a lot of these fights.
Indeed, and when you look at both Enigma and Rebellious, these two teams are pretty new to come about, and we're talking about the roster coming together. These players, they are no strangers to the competitive scene here in Valorant. We have seen them part of many different teams, but right now, all 10 players, 5 on each side, it seems that they have found each other and they're willing to work together. And this is going to be Rebellious Gaming here. Beautiful setup there on the cameras. They are playing from a cafe. Really great to see. And this is going to be Enigma Gaming. Now, Badman had a huge smile on his face. It seems like both sides are really pumped up. Rebellious Gaming, they're going to start on the side of defense. And Enigma Gaming on the side of attack. The pistol round, and Tchaikovsky's ready to claim first blood with that beautiful shock dart. Jiren, he's gonna pick up a kill on Badman, and that is already 2 down from the side of Enigma.
Enigma, they had a pretty rough start here already, but with the dashes coming on in and the door being closed down, Jiren, he gets a beautiful classic right click down onto the head of Vega, shutting him down already. Tchaikovsky gets another kill, and this is just gonna be Godfix. He's trying to salvage something. He goes to the left, he jiggles to the right, he tries to survive the shots coming out from Jiren, but it's not gonna be enough. The overpowered anime character still being able to hold strong, playing on that Jet. It is going to be 1-0 on the scoreboard, and 3 kills for the side of Jiren to start things off with a bang for the side of Rebellious Gaming.
What a way to come into the competition here. Tchaikovsky, a beautiful first blood pickup with a shock dart, in fact. And right here, you can just see the cleanup. Vexy just cornered, gets hit with the paranoia in Jiren. 3 kills right off the bat, and that is going to be a really good start for him, especially for the fact that Jets, they need to have that economy so that they can purchase the operator later on as the rounds progress. So now in the second round, full eco for the side of Enigma Gaming. The dash comes in from Ghostbuster, waiting patiently. This is the spray down. 2 taken away from the side of attack. And this is going to be Ghost going for the challenge with Clone. And Ghost comes out on top. Rawfield is going to chime in and pick up a kill of his own. Jiren gets a revenge kill, and now it's down to a 2v1. Ghost, 22 HP and 1 cloud burst to work with. The metal door has been closed. A little exposed there. He might just be caught off guard from rafters, retrieving the spike. 50 seconds left on the clock. He could go for a rotation, but Ghost, he is gonna stick to his instincts and go for this plant here on the A side. And Karn is just gonna clean that up. Instant headshot there, and that is gonna be 2 rounds for the side of Rebellious Gaming.
It was a little bit too rough. I do believe that Jiren, sorry, not Jiren. He expected the side of every member of Rebellious to make a rotation down on the side of B because the amount of time that he took to try and get that spy plan down, he expected a rotation. But coming out from all the members of Rebellious, they played it smart. They still held down from the side of Raptors, and as soon as the plan sound came on through, they opted to go in for that peak. A smarter plan would be to make a little bit of footsteps onto the side of A main to just bait out a couple of the members to peek the side of Raptors, because Ghost, he has that confidence when it comes to his aim. He could have been able to come out on top, but this time around instead, it's gonna be Hiccup being able to find the first initial kill down onto Buster. But Apple, initially I did not notice this, but Buster, he's actually playing the Cypher and not the Phoenix as I expected.
You know, we thought Buster was kidding when it came to Cypher, but he was serious. So, you know, the composition is a little bit different. There's no flashing capability on the side of Rebellious Gaming, but they do have the raise and check, and that is a very aggressive combo. Now, Jiren here perched up on Raptors, and that was a beautiful shot right onto Ghost, and make that a double kill for Jiren. He's popping off. This operator, well-deserved, is going to be a third kill for Jiren. Coming in the third round, saving his team. It's now a 3v2. What is this? Rebellious Gaming, they were outnumbered, but Jiren with that operator saving the day. Now with only a tick of health, he has to rely on his buddies Saikovsky and Karn. The rotation coming in from God Vexy as he makes his way through B Garage. Looking onto site, Batman is keeping it safe, just hiding there in the corner. And that is going to be the plant secured by God Vexy. Batman, I do like the fact that he is in a very aggressive position. It could be a good move or it could backfire on him as well. So let's see how Enigma Gaming is going to play this one out.
Now the shots are going to be raining on it. Batman, he needs to try and get this kill, but he's not able to find it. Batman, he fell asleep just a tiny little bit, and he's going to be paying the price for it. Saikovsky, he gets one, and he gets his double as well. Beautiful showing of skill for every single member of the side of Rebellious Gaming, but that was the Jiren show. My, oh my, those off-shots were absolutely crispy, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter if it was a pixel of a head, he was going to be able to shoot it no matter what. Then I honestly thought that Jiren, hey, you have a recon bolt coming out on your left-hand side. Maybe you need to get away from it, but Jiren's like, nah, I'm just going to wide swing hit, shoot him in the body, and then immediately get out with my life. 17 HP, triple kill to his name with this operator. He's showcasing why he's one of the most dangerous jet players on this country. And when he has that operator in his hand, he just gets even more deadlier. Now, Enigma, they are going to be forced onto an eco round, but here on that eco round in particular, they need to get as many advantages as they possibly can, because they were not really even able to get a lot of value out of that last previous round, even though they did lose it out. Maybe if they were able to take down that operator, it would have been a massive hit for their side. Oh, clone.
That was a bit of a dodgy spray there coming out from Clone, but hey, securing the kill nonetheless. That is what's gonna count. Now Clone going for the challenge, make that a double kill. Is this gonna be a triple? Ghost is dangerously low. Out comes the grenade.
Oh my God.
And that's the third kill. Beautifully done by Clone. And here with the Sheriff, gonna rely on that one tax. But Rawfield is gonna come out on top this time. And that is an attempt. But Rawfield, nasty second kill on that Sheriff. It is an eco round for the side of Enigma. Buster to put him down. Stop that madman with that Sheriff. God Vexy, last man standing. And he is going to retrieve this Vandal. A bit of firepower here. The spike has been dropped, and Karn, he's going to spot out the last attacker standing. 4 rounds, Rebellious Gaming. Now, I thought it was going to be a little bit more back and forth. When you look at the map of Ascent, we do think that it is an easier time on the side of defense. So, Rebellious Gaming here, raking up these rounds. They're wasting no time. I really do like this play in particular here from Clone. Throwing out that paint grenade and picking up that triple kill. Beautiful.
Looking at the side of Enigma, they're not going to be walking into something that is easy to fight with. It is Jiren on this operator holding down the fort, throws out the curveball as well from the side of Hiccup to bait out this operator shot as fast as he possibly can. With the counters raining on in, it's not going to be another running back. Instantly getting demolished before he can even take a breath. But Ghost, he has the phone number of Jiren. He takes that one, but Buster went through that. Simultaneously able to take that bullet. Buster with his fork. Buster looking for his face. Buster, he's going to be able to find it. Buster, what was that? Through the cage, you get 4 headshots. You get Why?
That's
We need to watch this.
It was a buy round for the side of Enigma Gaming, and Buster just made it completely useless. There it is, the triple kill picked up. Buster dropping the neural theft, perfect time, picks up Ghost and got Vexy. And in A long, he just gets rushed by Buster. You can't just casually show up and give us an ace, but that does secure 5 points for Rebellious Gaming.
Monster's positioning was just so well done as well that it was absolutely beautiful. But look at Tchaikovsky. Those shock darts have gotta hurt. Ghost getting tagged down to only 60 HP. And another shock dart coming out. And he has to use his tailwind to toss this one out. And now he has almost no utility to work with. The shots are going to be raining on him. Not catching him out just yet. But look at the top end positioning. Tchaikovsky. He's still going to be able to fight that shot off. Ghost a little bit too happy. Trying to run across that doorway a little bit too fast. Hiccups gonna be able to get that revenge for that ace, taking down Buster almost immediately. Batman getting caught out by the owl drone, so he needs to wait. He needs to try and find something, but down in this 3 versus 4 situation, it's gonna be really hard because Tchaikovsky, he's still alive, and so is Karn. The Molotovs are gonna be coming on through. Hiccup, he does have a flash. He does not have to use it. He doesn't even need it, but instead it's gonna be Karn from the back end being able to find another kill of his own. But still, even though the man advantage was towards the side of the defenders, they were just a little bit too aggressive on their own accord, and they paid the price for it. And now down in this 3 versus 1 situation, it's going to be Jiren trying to find something, switches out to that Vandal to see if he can get a kill. But through this dark cover and with the sound coming on through because of the gun change and that recon drone now spotting him out, Jiren, he's as good as dead. He cannot survive this no matter.
Ooh, the Paranoia does tag him out, the Cloudburst, just to cover himself a little bit there. But it seems like Enigma, they are going to stick to their guns, show a little bit of discipline. Stay close to that spike, but it is about to go boom. Now Jiren might want to look for a frag or two, but Rawfield puts him down. This is the first point for the side of Enigma Gaming, and it does seem like they might have figured out what it takes to break through the defenses on the side of Rebellious Gaming. It was a very nice plant. They got onto that B side, executed it, and post-plant positions were all on the B side, but it was a 3v1 situation, just very nicely done. The takedowns were quick. If Enigma Gaming does keep this up, Rebellious has to watch out.
Now, Enigma, they are going to be making the push with the first initial curveball coming out from the side of Hiccup. Tries to get a little bit of information, but all the members of the side of Rebellious, they understand that, hey, we cannot be as aggressive as we were previously. We need to try and hold down strong as long as we possibly can. But with that run attack now being popped from the side of Hiccup, he's bold, sending himself forward to try and get some information for his team, to try and get a kill. He's not going to be able to find much. Gets a couple of tags, but this time around, it's going to be Gold being able to shut down Buster. He could even take a breath, and that is going to be a massive hit for their side. No Cypher basically means no camera to get any form of utility, and those traps are now completely useless. He does put out one member using his owl drone, but Ghost, he's not even caring. He's like, nah, I'm just going to be holding it, and I'm going to be getting a kill down onto my twin sisters. Ghost with a triple kill. He is giving no damn. This operator in his hands is just so deadly, ladies and gentlemen. One by one, the body's gonna violate. My clone! What was that? What was that football? He does find 1, he does find 2. And Tchaikovsky is now on his lonesome to try and clutch out this round. Beautiful place from every single member of the side of Rebellion, but it's not gonna be enough. The crossfire is already set up. Batman with 1 headshot and 1 more body shot to boot takes down Tchaikovsky. And that is gonna be 5-2 on the scoreboard. And a very important momentum shift now coming on towards the side of Rebellious. They can finally stabilize their economy and come back even stronger for the following consecutive rounds.
Clone so desperately trying to save that round. Beautiful pickups there, but it's not going to be enough. Ghost here with the triple kill. That is just crazy. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The Boombot kill as well. Now 5-2. The 3-round lead for Rebellious Gaming. It's going to be full buys across the board with the exception of Tchaikovsky with the light armor, but that is not going to be a problem. I think what the issue is the fact that Enigma Gaming, they have 4 ultimates ready with the exception of Hiccup on that Phoenix. And looking at God Vexy, Batman, and Rawfield, those ultimates can come in very handy. Goes to find the first kill, is going to kick things off. Hiccup, he's going to have the second pickup. And now he's looking for his next victim. Jiren shows himself. Batman's gonna pick up Karn. Hika wins the duel with Jiren. And Tchaikovsky's the last man standing. Spots out Hika. And he's gonna pick up that kill. But it's still a 1v4 situation. He might be approached from all sides. Ghost is holding the angle with the operator. And puts him down. Third point for Enigma Gaming. It seems like a little bit of a shift in momentum. And I really do like it. It seems like, you know, the pace, the energy of this map number 1 here, it's getting a little bit more close. Both teams, you know, when I look at these individual players, when it comes to Rebellious and Enigma, they have members that have pulled off some of the craziest, most unique clips. And who I'm talking about is Buster, Clone, Ghost, Hika, and even Godvexy. You know, when you look at Batman, you see it come through as well, and even with Karn. So these players, they know what they're doing. And Karn with a beautiful shot onto Batman, Ghost with a return kill.
Now already the bodies have been found out, but still it's a 1-for-1 trade, ladies and gentlemen, and it is gonna be an eco round coming out from the side of the defenders. But look at Cole, he's full setting up something. What's trying to get this kill, but Godvexy, what movement, what a flick shot as well onto his own twin brother, taking him down instantly. He cannot even take a peek, and Ghost, he's ready for it. He smells Buster coming down on that flank, on that sneaky Cypher. And now Jiren, he's the last person remaining. He is going to be trying to find something. Tries to go in for a headshot, but that frenzy at that range is going to be super inaccurate. And every single member coming out from the side of the attackers are going to be hunting him down. He wants to go in for that kill, but Hika's going to be there with that vandal to shut him on down. That's going to be 5-4 on the scoreboard. And one more round for the side of Enigma to take us down to even Stevens. And one more round for the side of Rebellious Gaming to try and stabilize themselves, to take us down to an 8-4. Because you do have to remember, Apple, that the composition coming out from the side of Rebellious yet is very powerful when it comes to the defensive side. But when you go over to the attack, you're gonna have a pretty rough time if you are not able to execute properly together as a team.
Oh yeah, indeed. That's really important. You know, these teams, we look at their roster, we know that they have been newly formed, you know, at most a couple of months. So they're taking some time to adjust, find the sweet spot, how this synergy is going to work best. Right now, Enigma Gaming able to come back from being so far behind on the scoreboard really shows that they have that ability to step back, look at the situation, and figure things out. Now Tchaikovsky with the Hunter's Fury, he's gonna pick up Batman, and Hika's so sneaky, picks up that kill. Buster is gonna find the kill onto Walkie, Godvexy with the return. Hika, another pickup onto Jiren, and Hika's gonna find a triple kill. Karn puts him down, and it's a 1v2 situation. He does have the ultimate, but I don't think it's going to be very much appropriate for this particular scenario. Karn, the paranoia, he's going to whip that out, toss it out at the same time, and that is going to be Karn. He picks up one, but Ghost is there to save the day. Reclaims the operator. Enigma Gaming, bringing it evens on the scoreline. 5-5. We've got a couple of rounds left. And Aggressive, what do you think? You think a particular team might end it off 7-5, or do you think it's going to be 6-6 for both?
I feel like this is going to be 6-6, because after the last particular round, they are probably going to be ready for Hika shenanigans, because honestly, Hika has the nerves to use the run it back, not clear the site, not clear logs, not clear the switch. He pulls out his knife and runs straight in front of the face of Tchaikovsky, and then takes him down. Who else can do that other than Hika? This guy is an absolute bad man whenever it comes to him playing that duelist. He gives no damns who's on the enemy team. He's gonna be the one to come out on top. But look at Tchaikovsky's shock dart, and this shock dart could hurt. That was a double shock dart coming on down on that end. Not gonna be able to find the hit, but still, he's gonna be Vexy on the back end, being able to find the tag with his own Hunter's Fury. So that's gonna be a massive hit for their side, but with the positioning already found out, it's gonna be Jiren with the first initial kill straight through the smoke onto the side of Hika. Hika's not gonna be happy about that whatsoever. Look at Clone on that flank. Karn gets another kill for himself. The positioning is already found out. Jiren actually gets a headshot as he was walking back with that vandal straight through the wall. 1 HP on the back end. Clone does get one. Rossio does find one onto Karn, but still, ladies and gentlemen, the positioning is already known. The shots are going to be coming on in. Rockfield does find one, but Batman, he's on his own shoulder trying to clutch out this round 1 versus 2 situation. He needs to try and survive, but the triple peak is already there. Buster, he's going to be able to find that kill down onto Batman, taking him out, and that's going to be 6 and 5 on the scoreboard. And Apple, I already told you that the side of Rebellious, they're going to be ready for it, and they were ready for it for sure. 6 and 5 on the scoreboard as we go into the last round of this half.
Rebellious Gaming might have fallen asleep a little bit there, but now they're awake, ready to take back that lead. That one round above Enigma Gaming is going to come in massive. Now, Clone with the wraparound was absolutely beautiful, able to take out Ghost, ideally coming in for retakes. Making yourself known from multiple entry points is so crucial because it allows you to set up for a crossfire to catch these attackers off guard, and I love the fact that Rebellious Gaming did that. Now moving on, this is going to be the last round before the swap. The AWP secured there by Enigma Gaming. Tchaikovsky, he's on Raptor's duty. Gonna dish out that Aljo Ghost. Might be the first one to be spotted out. The recon ball tags him, but this is gonna be the Blade Storm. He does have the Phantom to work with as well. Warfield trailing in from behind. Hiccup with the running back. It keeps him safe. Batman finds the first pickup, and that is onto Clone. The defenders, they gotta try and bring this back in their favor. Ghost, he comes in with the daggers and looking for the next kill, but he whiffs the shot. Tchaikovsky puts him down. 3v4 situation. Tchaikovsky here in guarded. Raw field under the rafters. Hicker's gonna pick up Tchaikovsky, and 2 defenders are left, desperately trying to make ends meet. And guard Vexy, Hicker in perfect time simultaneously, picking up those kills. And it looks like your predictions are right. In fact, aggressive. 6 is to 6. That is how we're gonna end off the first half between Enigma Gaming and Rebellious Gaming.
I love to revel in the glory of my prediction, because every single time I call it, it is gonna happen. 6 and 6 on the scoreboard. Both of these teams are gonna be ending on the first half on a clean slate. And that round in particular, I was really happy to see that Enigma, they switched up their strategies. Yes, they opted to go in for the same exact rush that they did previously on the side of AMA, but this time they were much more tactical about it, understanding that, hey, now that we have established such a strong start against the side of Rebellious, we can understand that, hey, maybe they're not holding down the site as aggressively, because as those dashed in, no one opted to go in for the peek onto the side of AMA, basically meaning that the site is going to be empty, and Hika, understanding this, just pulled and sent himself from the side of guarded and just got so much information for his team, and him making so much noise there basically allowed Batman to go in for that lurk and get that kill down onto the side of short, opening things up a lot. And with that first pickup, that is all that they needed to find out that one particular round. Take us down to the 6 and 6, and now with the side swap coming on through, I'm really looking to see who's gonna be able to find that first initial pickup. And yes, it's gonna be Hika getting the first one. Hika with his double. Hika looking for support, but instead it's gonna be Rockfuel on the backup, being able to find another kill. Chanted as well with his own kills. Clone tries to find something, but Hika's gonna be there in that smoke, being the smoke criminal, being able to shut him down. Triple kill for Hika. 6 and 7 on the scoreboard for the side of Enigma to start off the second half with a bang.
What a round, and this beginning, Enigma Gaming able to win that pistol round. That's just crazy. Hika has a total of 14 kills right now, and it's going to be Ghost and Rawfield just trailing behind with 12 and 11 respectively. Meanwhile, on the other side of Rebellious Gaming, 11 kills for both Tchaikovsky and Buster, 8 for Jiren and Clone. So, you know, it's very even. This equal skill level here. Card's going to find Hika, and Rawfield hoping to pick up something to avenge his lost buddy. Now letting out that dark cover just to buy a little bit more time, prevent that push. But Khan might be feeling a little cheeky. Rawfuel retrieving the Spectre, and he's gonna back away onto the A site. So we do see Rebellious Gaming coming in with the Eco. A few pickles will be enough for Rawfield. That's gonna be the kill for him onto Khan, but Clone gets the revenge on that. Oh my goodness, Batman with the spray down. Make that a triple kill on that Spectre. That came out of nowhere. Batman was lurking on the A side, and he decides to push up, and that spray down just happened. But hey, you know, it was an equal round for Rebellious Gaming. Unfortunately, not able to get a few pickups, but you know, they will be able to try here in round 3. Pretty impressive there from Batman with that spray control on that Spectre.
That's for sure. And now is where they need to try and establish their lead even further because Rebellious, this is going to be their first fire round. And if the side of Enigma are able to win this one out, they're going to be in the prime spot to get a couple of their own wins moving on forward. And with Hiccup being on that Bulldog and now Ghost picking up that operator, they should be able to find something because Buster, he's on that lurk. He's going to be going across the vicinity of Ghost. And Ghost, he's not going to be missing that easy shot. Shuts him down almost instantly. And this is going to be a massive dent towards the side of Rebellious because now without that Cypher, basically no lurk being possible whatsoever. They have no information of if any flanks are going to be coming on through, but look at the positioning coming out from the side of Rockfield. It's going to be Hiccup with that jiggle, being able to get the first initial pet shot down onto the Omen, taking him down really low. Hiccup, he does have that curveball, pops it out, but Tchaikovsky's going to be able to dodge this one out. He got a little bit too happy, he pushes it a little bit too fast. Jared, understanding the confusion from the side of Hiccup, opts to use his dash to get the advantage for himself. Rockfield's going to be present onto the side of Wine, get the first initial pickup. And with the jumps coming on down from the back end, it's going to be the TPs coming out as well from the side of Rockfield. It's going to be God Vex getting the first initial pick up down on the clone. And with this, the retake's going to be even more harder. But now, with Badman coming on down from the side of Heaven to shut down Jiren as he gets that reverse kill down on the side of Rockfield, it's going to be 6 and 9 on the scoreboard. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, that was such a crucial round for the side of Enigma. Not only were they able to stabilize themselves, they also get the guns coming out from the side of the attackers. So they're going to be more than happy to win out on this one particular round.
Enigma Gaming coming back from nothing. 6 and 9, 3-round lead over Rebellious Gaming. And I felt that that little play there from the side of Warfield was really well done here. Just trying to put in as much damage as possible, switches up his position, and he does manage to get a pickoff onto Jiren, I do believe. And, sorry, Tchaikovsky. So, you know, little minute micro plays come into play. Enigma Gaming, they seem to be very flashy in that aspect. Now, Tchaikovsky here, down to 34 HP. Very unfortunate, the round has just begun. It is an equal round for the side of Rebellious as well. Now, Batman, he hears a whole lot of noise, calling for backup. Buster's gonna find a headshot on God Vexy, and Batman pulling out the Phantom, picks up a double, and now here comes the rush. Warfield and Hiccup, they find the kill and close the last man standing. Enigma Ghost out with the Sheriff and ready to put Clone down. That's going to be double digits on the board for the side of Enigma Gaming. I feel like we've seen a lot of Sheriffs this map number 1 here.
Sheriff, this is the Wild Wild West, as you always say whenever someone picks up that Sheriff. But the headshots are there, but at the same time, I want to question Hiccup for a little while. There is no flash on the side of Rebellious, and that flash came in from the side of Hiccup and blinded 2 of his teammates. Things would have gone south really easily, but in the long run, everything worked out. But Hiccup, you need to be careful with those flashes, my man, because your teammates are still alive and they are still gunning to get those kills. But at the same time, look at Hiccup.
That saying, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a thought. And already, the round has started in a pretty rough fashion, but Buster, he's actually going to be able to get the first initial takeoff down onto Hiccup. And this is so massive from their side as well, because now Ghosty needs to be careful. He also going for that swing, and he's going to pay the price for it. Clone, he's still alive, he's still kicking, and he is hunted down for some more. Batman, he wants to go in for that kill, but he's not going to be able to find his clone, opting to go in for that fight. It's going to be Batman instead, being able to take it on away with that Phantom in his hand. Good sprays coming out from him, and now down in this 2 versus 3 retake scenario, who's going to be able to come out on top? Batman making his way down from the side of A-Short, and God Vexy coming on down from the side of Raptors. Maybe they're going to be able to find a recon bolt still going to be present. The shotguns are going to be raining on in. God Vexy opting to go in for that recon. Beautiful recon as well. Probably spotting out 1 initial member. Spots on the head of Buster. Takes down 1. But Jared, he's ready. Holding down the angle of Raptors with Tchaikovsky on his side to get that kill down on the Batman. Beautiful hold coming out from every single member of the side. Rebellious to take us down to a 7 and 10. And now it's a do or die. They need to make sure they take it down to even Stevens, because any more rounds moving on forward for the side of Enigma basically means a death sentence for the side of Rebellious.
Wow, what a game. Now, Rebellious Gaming able to pull it back in their favor. And, you know, it's just 3 rounds now in the lead as Enigma. They can definitely come back. I want it to be close. I like when things are really, you know, right on edge. Now, in this next round, goes here with the operators, spots out Clone, and he is going to dash away into safety. Now repositioning himself, this is going to be Jiren looking for that right opportunity. The lack of flash here on the side of Rebellious Gaming, it is hurting. But let's see if they're able to create any sort of creativity to kind of try and look for that opportunity. I would say if they could get that mid control, it's going to be a huge advantage in itself. Now Clone spotting out Hika, and he is going to be met by two very angry defenders. Rawfield connects the headshot onto Clone.
Oh my God,
and it's a massive pick up Buster. Make that a double for Buster. Ghost meanwhile is going to pick up Jiren. 30 HP for Buster, placing out that spy cam. And in comes Tchaikovsky, ready to secure that plant. Now 3 versus 3. The timer is against the defenders this time. Ghost with the operator, waiting very patiently. He is going to take out Karn. And now it's a 3v2. Buster and Tchaikovsky. One dangerously low. God Vexy looking for the kill. Ghost making that a triple. And here it is. God Vexy cleaning that up. And that is going to be the 11th point for Enigma Gaming. A very nice retake, in fact. It was relatively well coordinated. They didn't lose their lines there. And they you could see the communication came through because they knew exactly where the last 2 attackers were.
That's for sure. That retake was just so clean, especially with that recon wall spotting out Tchaikovsky. But at the same time, Ghost, he did try to play jet roulette with Buster, and Buster went out on that one. He was able to survive, but he was not able to get the kills. And that's going to be a massive hit. And the main reason why I said this is going to be a do or die for the side of Rebellious is primarily because now they gave away the 11th round for the side of Enigma. And Enigma, for the first time, they're going to be able to take a deep breath and understand that, hey, we are in a very good spot. Not only were they able to get the 11th round, one more round away from match point. This is going to be a huge dent when it comes to the morale of the side of Rebellious as well. But I don't think they're going to be any... Okay, never mind. Just as I said, it's going to be Rawfield getting that trade down onto Clone. That was so crucial to get that first initial mid pick-off. But with this mid pick-off, actually, Clone was able to create so much space for his team and all the members of the side of Rebellious. They were able to rush down into the site and also take side control and get the spike plan. And now the retake is just about to start for the side of the thing.
4v4. The spike is ticking one by one. Rebellious Gaming, they're gonna fall back, man. Goes down, and Karn, he picks up a double. It's down to a 2v2 as Batman makes it an even playing field. Buster taking out Batman, and now it's a 2v1. God Vexy, last man standing. This might just be a round for Rebellious Gaming, but God Vexy, he is determined to take this to match point for his team.
Oh, no.
Tapping on the spike, he has no clue. It's right behind him, and Karn ending this round off with a triple kill. That is Rebellious Gaming trying to climb their way back up. Oh my goodness, I was at the edge of my seat. God, Vexy. I thought he was going to tap on the spike, but he went through with it and Khan very sneakily. It was a smart move for him to hide behind Generator here. I do believe he moved in from A shot, so Vexy thought that he was still in that area, but in actual fact, Khan had already repositioned himself. It's small movements like this that can actually make or break a round for a team. So now moving on into the next 4 ultimates ready, and Tchaikovsky's going to be the first one to pop that Hunter's Fury, trying to get a bit of damage, and picks up his clone. Meanwhile, Batman goes out on a rampage, a triple kill for Ghost, and Tchaikovsky's the last man standing. Oh my goodness, that shock dart!
Shock Dart finds a lot of damage, but it's not going to be able to win them out that round. It's going to be match point now, ladies and gentlemen, already for the side of Enigma. And they had a pretty rough start at the very beginning, but they were able to come on back, take us down to match point almost instantly. And this is what you would expect coming out from one of these top caliber teams of our region. And Enigma, they understand that, hey, the side of Rebellious, they love to play it aggressively, and as soon as they get that first initial pick, they love to press their advantage and go over to the side that they know for a fact has the least amount of players. They expected B to be quite empty as they were able to get that kill down to God Vexy with that Hunter's Fury, but understanding the tendencies of the side of Rebellious, immediately Enigma retaliated, sent all their players down onto the side of mid, pushed down from the side of market, and they just went through that smoke. All 3 of them pushed in together, and they were able to get those trades and come out on top in their own engagements. Ghost with a triple, Batman with one, shutting down that immediate rush before that even could start. But now the damage is already going to be done onto the back end. It's going to be Hiccup finding one, Hiccup finding two. Tchaikovsky does get one, but Hiccup, he is so ready with that battle, one by one, just tapping them heads. And once again, it is all about the tendencies coming out from the side of Rebellious. They're getting punished for it heavily. No rotations, even though they got the first initial pickup. It's going to be a massive hit coming out from them. God Vexy getting another. Hiccup does get his fourth. Beautiful, crisp flick shot. It's going to be 8-30 to end off the first map in a very dominant fashion for the side of Enigma.
Enigma Gaming coming back. They did have a really rough time in the beginning, but they kind of found themselves, got a feel of the atmosphere in the game, and they were able to find way more consistency compared to their opponents. 13-8. In no way was it a very dominant game by Enigma Gaming. I would say it was relatively close. We do see Hiccup with 20 kills, and the highest ACS goes to 21, and Raw Fuel right behind. Seems like God Vex is not having too good of a day, but hey, he's a Sova. And it's not a bad thing if Sova's right at the bottom, because their job is to get that information. They are the last ones to kind of show themselves in effect. So let's head over into the LG Ultragear match highlights and talk a little bit more about what went down in map number 1. So I'm going to begin with Rebellious Gaming. I'm going to keep this one short because I felt that Enigma and Rebellious, they're relatively similar in terms of skill level. It's just that Enigma as a team were just more well coordinated. The communication and the strategy. Even when it came to the composition, Hiccup picking up that Phoenix, they knew exactly how they wanted to execute their plans on the side of attack. And I think the attacking phase was where Rebellious struggled. So looking at the lineup that they had for Rebellious, they had Clone on their signature raise. He's known for being a really good raise, but to have Jiren on the Jet, it kind of makes you wonder, where is the utility going to come from? So usually one of the duelists, they kind of switch it up to either a Reyna or a Phoenix, but hey, Rebellious Gaming, they could come back with this comp and show us that it works, just not this time around. And Rebellious Gaming, we know what they're capable of, and it's definitely a whole lot more than what we just saw. But hey, Enigma Gaming, great teamwork, and congratulations for taking map 1. What are your afterthoughts here, Aggressive?
Just as you stated, like, there was not enough utility coming out from every single one of the members of the side of Rebellious, and the way they executed down on a lot of their rushes really came down to that one singular fact. You are opting to go in for rushes without any form of flash. That is not going to be helping you whatsoever. And I stated this before when the match started as well, when we were on that 5-5 scoreline, that hey, Rebellious, they need to get a massive lead, take it down to a 7-5 or an 8-4. Otherwise, they're going to have a lot of issues when it comes to their own attacking side, and that's because of their tendencies. They have a tendency of just putting up the same strats over and over again, trying to go in for those rushes, but that's not going to be working, especially against a team that is of Enigma's caliber. They understand that, hey, we can just change up our strategies, play much more towards the side of retake, and let them just rush in. And even when they do rush, they don't have a flash. I can sit down onto the side of Raptors, just be as aggressive as I want. And Hiccup, he's a player who has the aim to punish any sort of these aggressive tendency, and he did not get traded out whatsoever every single time. There was a little bit of a communication gap coming out from them as well, and they suffered heavily for it. This is why Phoenix is now almost a mandatory pick on the map of Ascent, or you need that Reyna. Some form of flash is just so important, because now Valorant is a game about abilities, no longer about those gunfights. And I understand the comfort strategies coming out from the side of Rebellious, but it's not going to be working out against the side of Enigma. They need to change things up if they want to have a chance moving on forward into their second map.
Oh, definitely. Over time, we've seen the Valorant competitive scene kind of change. First off, we saw players kind of rely more on their aim. We did see the usage of abilities, of course, but right now it is even more, you're more reliant on your abilities. If you're able to get one good recon ball, that round could be yours. So, I'm looking forward to map number 2, but map number 1, congratulations once again to Enigma Gaming for securing that win. And let's hope that both teams are going to go back to the drawing board and bring us something fresh in map 2, which will be Bind. Now, before we go into preparation, remember this is the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3 that you are watching, powered by HyperX, and our broadcast partner is Booyah. If you want to play like the pros with a 144Hz 1MS gaming monitor, you can check out LG Ultragear. And if you want to upgrade upgrade your gaming gear with the latest esports offerings, check out HyperX as well. Links are in the description, you know the drill. And without further ado, we're going to take a small break. So it's time for you guys to grab your snacks, grab your little drink, and we'll see you guys here very shortly with map number 2 between Enigma Gaming and Rebellious Gaming. Stay tuned.
Narcissus, Medusa, Epasos, Ashalalala, sisters. Me never a kubus. I love it when you couscous. Aphrodite, dentist. Hera, Messi, Carlos. Na 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 na. Dusa, 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 dusa. Never a kubus. I love that.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, and we have Booyah as our broadcast partner. We're back with map number 2, and I'm so excited. It is going to be between Enigma Gaming and Rebellious Gaming. So let's head straight into the map veto screen. We'll give you a little bit of a recap on what went down in map number 1. So we had Ascent. Map 1, the scoreline was 13-8, and Enigma Gaming took it for themselves. So what we're going to be witnessing now is going to be Bind, map number 2. How are you feeling about this? What do you think we can expect, Aggressive?
Now, the composition that the side of Rebellious did on map number 1, they're going to be doing the exact same comp, with the exception, of course, being that Brimstone going on the side of Karn on this one particular map. But actually, they're opting to go for a triple duelist. No Sentinel for their side, and this is going to be a massive question mark coming out for me. I understand what they want to do on the map of Bind, but not having that Sentinel here in particular, and now also from the side of God Vexy, we're witnessing him going onto that Sky. This is going to be a very, very interesting pickup, because with that Sky, basically meaning that they're playing based upon a lot more rush-heavy compositional playstyle versus the raw dual potential in comparison to the triple duelist. So this is going to be a massive question mark coming out from me, Apple, because I personally am leaning a little bit more towards the side of Rebellious, because knowing their aim potential and when it comes to their raw, skillful rushes, they should be able to come out on top. But considering Enigma's teamwork, this can go either way. I'm not so sure about my own predictions.
It's really exciting because a lot of these games that we watch, right, most teams have a very similar approach where the compositions are the same and it just boils down to how they execute it. But here we can see two clearly distinct differences in the setup. And you know how CA gets really excited when he sees a Viper? That's me when I see Sky. So God Vexy on that Sky, I am so excited. You can't even imagine right now how I'm feeling about that Sky. So for the side of Enigma Gaming, I want to see how they're going to be able to incorporate that. They have to be very coordinated, because if you look at Sky, right, she's more of like a setup, kind of like what Breach is. So, is God Vexy going to be able to do that for his team? Because if Enigma can work around that, like you mentioned, they have very good team synergy. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with here. So this is Enigma Gaming. They're getting themselves prepped up, and game faces are on. Great hairstyle there, Hika. You see his hair standing up. I just love looking at these players here. Just getting ready in the Invitational. Rebellious Gaming. Oh my goodness. Buster. Remember that crazy ace in map number 1? Let's see if he's going to pull off something just as insane here in map number 2. Rebellious Gaming, they're game ready as well. So for the side of defense, Enigma Gaming, they're going to start off there. And Rebellious Gaming, they will be attacking.
Now, on this attacking half, I'm really interested to see how the side of Rebellious are opting to go in for a lot of their own execution-heavy rushes. But two of the boom bots have already been used, and both of them have been destroyed at the exact same time. A little bit of a comical moment, but in the long run, that gives away some information towards the side of the attackers that, hey, the Raze is actually holding down aggressively, but then Nate is going to be tagging Raw Fuel just a tiny little bit, so he needs to back off. River takes a lot of damage, but this is going to be giving so much information away for the side of the attackers. They know exactly that they can just easily go down onto this A side, and with Jiren getting the first opening frag down on his Batman. Those shots were crispy, but Rafiel, he's just as crispy as his own shots. He's going to be able to take down Clone with a well-placed right click. And now it's going to be 4 versus 4 on the map. No more Clone to work with, but still, side control is very firmly handled from all the members of the side of Rebellious. But look in the back end, it is going to be Ghost opting to go in for that flank. And maybe he's going to be able to find out Tchaikovsky because he's not looking. And this could be dangerous for him. Yep.
Karn there, gonna pick up a double. Godvex, he finds a kill of his own. Down to this 2v2. Jiren and Buster, in perfect time, they find the last 2 kills. It did look like the defenders might have had the upper hand there in the retake, but hey, the attackers, they held that one down. It was great for them. They had an early pickoff, and that allowed them to kind of put themselves on the A side, get that plant secured. Great start for the side of Rebellious Gaming, and they are definitely looking to push this advantage over. We see the 4 Spectres and Clone very cheeky there with a Vandal and some light armors to work with. A full eco for the side of Enigma Gaming. Let's see if they can pull off a 50 round, or as what our viewers like to call it, a thirsty round.
Very weird name for a thirsty round, but hey, I'm all for it if the viewers want to say it. So, let's see exactly, because Jiren, he's on his lonesome. He wants to try and go down onto this A side, but look at how many members they are holding down there. 4 members slowly making their way down, and Jiren, he is none the wiser. He could just be walking into a death trap if he's not careful, and Ghost, he's in that prime spot to get a couple of his own kills with Buster. He does get the first initial kill down on the Raw Fuel, and this is going to be a massive hit for their side, but looking at Ghost's positioning, he may be able to get that kill down on the car, and he's not going to find it, but instead it's going to be Convexy with 1, Convexy with 2. He's failing himself, and he's going to be able to get so much value. The flashes are going to be coming on through. Kika is going to be able to get that kill down on the Buster, though. The flash was not needed. Does line him out, but it's going to be giving him a little bit of cover to back on off himself. Tchaikovsky on the back end. He's gonna be the last one standing, but Godvexy, he's still alive. He's still kicking. He gets a triple kill for himself. Maybe he's gonna be able to get 1 more. The shots are trying to go in through, but Godvexy, he tries to go in for that ADS, and I understand what he was wanting to do. He wanted to control his recoil, but Clone, perfect timing on that crouch, dodges out on those headshots. Honestly speaking, Apple, if Clone didn't crouch, it was all over for the side of Rebellious.
Now that is a little bit dodgy there for the side of Rebellious Gaming. For Enigma to come in and take out 4 members, that just made their investment really go to waste, and they're gonna have to put in that capital once again to buy those guns. So we see Khan and Tchaikovsky, they gotta work with light armors, and Enigma Gaming, they're all suited up. Clone here, picking up first blood, but that's gonna be Batman with a return kill. A headshot landing right on the forehead of Clone. Now, down to a 4v4, a lot of time to work with. This is going to be Tchaikovsky, Karn, Jiren, and Buster moving up towards the B side. Godvexy picking up a double kill. Beautifully done. And he's holding it down. Now 2 attackers left. Godvexy there. He is waiting. Just gonna dish out that ultimate. The Seekers are being taken out. Vexy, 3rd kill. And Hika there to clean it up. A great bounce back from the side of Enigma Gaming on defenders.
Now, that was a beautiful round coming out from them, and they were able to hold down strong, and they understood that, hey, we have that Sky, we don't need to be aggressive, we can just play it defensively, and as soon as the side of Rebellious, they opt to go in for that rush, we can just shut them down in a matter of seconds. It doesn't really matter if they try to go in slow, if they try to go in fast. we are the ones who can dictate the pace with our own sky flashes. And Vexy, understanding this, he played it slow, he played it systematically, waited for the side of Rebellious to make those mistakes, and they were the ones to suffer for it. But you do have to remember that Rebellious in that last round, they were not playing it for a bonus. They opted to go in for those full buys because 4 of their members did die out, and that's going to be a massive debt when it comes to their own economy. Now being forced onto this eco, it's already going to be the side of Batman getting the first initial take up on Buster. What are these shots? He just does not miss. Buster with a double kill. He's absolutely disgusting. Pulls out the run it back as well. He is on fire, literally, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to try and pick up this gun. He's going to be able to find it as well. But looking down onto the side of heaven, it's going to be Hika with the first initial pickup on his own signature rage. Karn does get another kill down on the raw fuel, and this could just be it. But Hika's still alive. He's still kicking. He's going to be able to get a good flex shot down on the Jiren. 2 versus 3 situation on the map already, ladies and gentlemen. Hika with only 50 HP. He needs to try and find something out, but he's not going to be able to use the satchel to get some information. He's going to be able to spot down Tchaikovsky. He's not going to be able to get this kill. He's finally going to be able to find it. Cardi, he's not going for that swing. My god, Vexy! What does that 180? Vexy! He gets a double kill for himself. That was so clean, but will there be enough time for this defuse? It's probably not enough. Maybe a couple of seconds left, but Hika, he's not going to be risky, and he wants to save this gun for himself. He's going to be running on away. That was just so clean from the side of everyone, from the side of Enigma, but not enough time. Buster, what were those shots? Hika, what were the shots? Vexy, what are you doing? All these players are just toying with my feelings, Uncle. Do something about this.
Oh my goodness. That was an explosive round. And you know I love the Sheriffs, right? The Wild Wild West type of vibe. Buster, to show, he drops his hot hands, shows himself 2 tags, and they killed. That was just crazy. And Hika with Vexy pulling off that play on A short, that was just absolutely brilliant to watch. Now, I think it's just going to get even more spicy from this point, and I am just at a loss for words at this point. Now, back into the action. Ghost with the daggers. He's ruthless. Cutting off Buster. Now, Enigma Gaming with the man advantage. Ghost just waiting patiently. The shock dart just tag him. And in comes the Molly. Karn is ruthless, but he gets taken out. 5 HP for Ghost. And Clone puts him down. Now Batman with the Bulldog making that useful. Tchaikovsky's final shot. Hika's gonna pick up 1. And that is gonna be God Vexy. Wrapping everything up. 2 and 3 on the scoreline. I do believe it wasn't exactly a very good round here for the side of Rebellious Gaming. They did kind of just rush onto the A site. The defenders held it down. The communication definitely went through. Their positions were all compromised. So here on that instant replay, you can see how it all fell apart there for Rebellious Gaming. But hey, they still have that 1 round lead. But unfortunately, moving into this next one, they've got to go for that eco.
Now, on this round in particular, they need to be very careful. Otherwise, honestly speaking, after what happened in that first initial round, it was a close Thrifty and such an amazing Thrifty as well coming out from the side of Rebellious, and this could be a massive dent to their side if they're just not careful enough. But Clone, he does get spotted out by the alarm bot, and with that nanostorm coming out from the side of Batman, it's going to delay the push for just a little while longer. But Clone, he does have that showstopper, so he needs to stay alive for as long as he possibly can. But Batman with such a good spray, he's going to go to find out too. He wants to go for his third, but he's not going to go to find it. Instead, it's going to hit being able to shut down Tchaikovsky with a well-placed shot of his own. And now it's Jiren and Buster, last remaining members of the side of Enigma. They want to try and go in for a couple of their own kills, but Jiren, he's in no man's land. He gets spotted out by Hika. Does get tagged down 45 HP. Not much to work with, but Ward well plays headshot with that frenzy on that jiggle. But Hika, he's in the prime spot to get a couple of his own kills. And Buster, he's trying to hold down for as long as he can. But with that wolf coming on through, Buster's position is already known. And this is all but over for the side of Rebellious.
Illinois comes out. Buster does it again with the Sheriff. Nasty. God Vexy putting him down, but oh my goodness, these 1-taps Buster. That should not be physically possible. That should not be allowed. Nasty shot. It was an eco round for Rebellious Gaming, so Enigma, they do secure the point, bringing it even on the scoreline, and this is ideally what Enigma Gaming wants. Now, Rebellious, they desperately need to show their dominance on map 2 to just stay in this best of 3, because both these teams are in the lower bracket, and it's not looking too good for the team that loses. So, moving into the next full buys across the board, and Rebellious Gaming, they need this round desperately, also to save their economy. Credits are low. Clone stationed there by the teleporter, looking into showers, waiting for an unlucky victim. But 4 defenders stacked onto the side of B, pushing through hookah, but Ghost is gonna find a kill down B long. Card picks up Hiccup off short. Rawfield picks up a triple. How is this even possible? And the last man standing is going to be Clone. A little bit of a disconnect here for Rebellious Gaming. Their attack seems to be falling apart here. They needed this, and Rawfield, he's gunning for Clone, but waiting very patiently.
Oh my god.
And comes Sky with the healing. Clone, taking this one step at a time. And he is going to be cornered, but Clone finds Ghost. Now his position has been revealed. And in comes the name. God, Vexy and Rawfield are merciless. They put Clone back into the grave, and that is going to be a point advantage for the side of Enigma Gaming.
Honestly, that is a little bit of a comical moment in my eyes. Whenever you see that coffin dance, as soon as that smoke dissipates, honestly, I think that Clone, he jumped out of his chair for just a tiny second, because that has gotta scare you. As soon as that smoke dissipates, 2 people are just waiting for you and saying, oh, hello there. We have a couple of guns and we are ready to shoot you in a matter of a second. Rawfield was surprised as well for his own accord. But still, that's gonna be 4-3 on the scoreboard already for the side of Enigma. And this is such a massive hit towards the side of Rebellious as well, because now they need to try and win out something. But Hicka, a little bit too aggressive on his own accord, gets spammed down by every single one of those Jareds. But Rawfield is still alive, he's still kicking. Good old pre-fire coming out from him, shutting down Karn before he can even get any closer. And with that, he's gonna be able to even things out for their side. 1 for 2 trades. And now it is gonna be the side of Rebellious Gaming trying to go in for that push, but Jiren, he could be biting off a bit more than he can chew if he's not careful. Yep.
And that's going to be Rawfield with the multi-kills. Rebellious Gaming down to 2. Another eco round. Very unfortunate, but God Vexy waiting for the right time. Spray! And he's going to pick up both kills. 2 rounds in the lead. Enigma Gaming. And they're very comfortable. Now, Aggressive, this is a question that I want to pose to you, right? When you look at Bind, how do you feel about the advantages in terms of the sides that these teams are starting? Is it more attack favored or defense favored? And if so, how do these teleporters just come into play? Where, you know, sometimes players might not be utilizing them as much. How do you think that is going to work out?
Now, it is much more based on the composition, because personally I always do believe if you have that Sentinel, if you have that Killjoy in your arsenal, it is a much more of that defense sided map. But in the long run, when you think about the composition coming out from the side of Rebellious, it is much more attack favored if, as you just stated, they utilize those teleports just a little bit more, because with this triple zeros composition, they can go in for a lot of the fakes because they have the utility to do so. Maybe one of your members opt to try and get as many players away from one of the singular sides, use the other players to go in for a rapid push down onto the other side line. And here, coming out from the side of Rebellious, they're not opting to play for those rotation type playstyles, and this is going to be hurting them quite a lot in the long run. But at the same time, look at the positioning from every single member of the side of Enigma. They understood that, hey, they are trying to bait us, and we can just hold down strong in our own angles. God, Vexy actually in such a cheeky position. He's going to be able to survive. No one knows exactly where he is, and I don't think anyone's going to be throwing nades to try and check down in his corner. Vexy, he's in the prime spot to get a couple of his own kills. He does one of the person to go down on the bus, and taking him down. Wants to go in for that goal, but Rawfield is already there. He's going to be coming for it. The Rocket's going to be out as well. One by one, the bodies are just piling on up. Karn does get a double, but Rawfield's going to be there to get those trades on. Triple kill for the side of Enigma. And just as I was saying that, hey, maybe Rebellious, they want to try that, but it's just too slow coming out from them. The rotation type playstyle, yes, they wanted to go in for that fake down on the side of A, but they spent too long trying to clear out every single angle, onto the side of B, and they paid heavily for it.
I would like to see a little bit more coordination from the side of Rebellious Gaming. You know, I do believe that it's very attack favored. It's very aggressive composition. They do have Tchaikovsky, which they can utilize for that information. Bust as an entry frag, along with Clone and Jiren to follow up. Khan rightfully in the last position, but this is going to be Ghost tagged down to 10 HP, hiding in his cloud burst, and he's gonna be burnt to a crisp by Buster. Batman, meanwhile, finds a double kill. Jiren putting himself up in a very inconspicuous angle, and Batman waiting for the right time to emerge. Now God Vexy letting out the Seekers, and is that gonna do his team good? Now Batman, he does have the lockdown available. God Vexy's gonna find a kill, so does Warfield, and the last man standing, Jiren, falls to the ground. 7 rounds for Enigma Gaming. And we are going to reach the last couple of rounds in the first half. It would be good if Rebellious Gaming can secure magic number 4. And, you know, hopefully on the defensive side, they will find a way to make it work, because map 2 is what Rebellious Gaming needs to secure to stay in this best of 3. So, you know, on the other hand, Enigma Gaming, I think they're doing a great job for themselves.
On the map of Vine in particular, you can never be indecisive because you just saw what happened. Yes, you lost 2 of your members, but you need to come up with a plan almost immediately. You cannot purely rely on your mechanical skill, otherwise there's going to be a massive problem for your end if you don't play your cards right. And here already we're going to be seeing that coming out from the side of Rebellious. They died out on 2 of their members, and then just as soon as I say that, Hika with that grenade, he's gonna be able to find a double. Ghost fights one on the Buster, one by one, the bodies are just piling on up, and every single one of the members, they're using every bit of their utility to fight the advantage. Grenade just gets one out of the back, and wants going for those shots, but Hika, he's not giving anything away. Satchels up, way above his head, shutting him down in a matter of seconds. Flawless run coming out from the side of Enigma, and the fire has been lit under them, ladies and gentlemen. Enigma, they're firing up on all cylinders. They're giving no room or space for the side of Rebellious to breathe. Initially, I thought that Enigma, hey, they're gonna be playing a little bit more defensively, but now that they have the momentum in their favor, it's just guns blazing. Every form of flash and utility are just coming out constantly from their side.
Time to explode.
We're gonna move into the last round before the swap, and it seems like the momentum is riding high on the side of Enigma Gaming. Now they're just confident. From the side of defense, they're just pushing, and that is what I mean. Ghost finding that first kill onto Jiren. Clone's gonna get a return across the map, and that will prove to be useful in itself. The lockdown has been put down by Batman, and it's not gonna detain anybody. Now here's gonna be Buster, along with Tchaikovsky, looking for some information, and we do see that drone gets a tag onto Ghost. He's getting rushed. Buster's looking for him, and here comes the op. Turbo might just come out.
Oh my god!
Shut down, but Ghost! Ghost! That was self-explanatory. That was self-explanatory. Spots out the Outro, tries to take it out, moves back, whips out the operator, picks up a kill, then takes out the Blade Storm, and slaps the daggers into the last remaining attacker. That is Ghost for you, ladies and gentlemen, and Enigma Gaming indeed, ending off the first half with very high energy, 9-3, a 6-round lead over Rebellious Gaming. It seems like they are claiming Bind as their playground.
This is just incredible coming out from the side of Enigma, and Ghost in particular. I don't know if this guy is the Korean Jet or he's the Indian Jet at this point, because those plays were very risky. He's actually supernatural. Like, honestly speaking, those shots were just so crispy, and Buster, he was not ready for it. It wasn't just a body shot, ladies and gentlemen. It was a headshot, a pixel perfect click onto that, and Ghost, he's carrying on the momentum one by one. He's just holding his W key, pushing him down one by one. He doesn't care. He's gonna get those kills. He's gonna be able to shut down 3 before he gets taken down himself by Tchaikovsky. Well-played shots coming out from every single one of their members. God Vexy is gonna be there on the back end, getting a kill down on the Buster. The Shockers are gonna be raiding on it. The Frenzy are just chiming on it one by one. They wanna go in for that dive. They're running them down, holding their W key so hard. Tchaikovsky, he's not ready for any of this. You can't do that to the Sova. It's 10-3 on the scoreboard, and Enigma, they're just having a field day, mowing down every single member of the side of Rebellious.
That is what you call confidence. Now, Enigma Gaming playing with this much aggression. You know, I hope to see this kind of aggression really carry through with Enigma, because you have players like Ghost, Hika, and Rawfield. You know, they can be very aggressive, especially the fact that they are on the duelist and Rawfield on that controller that is perfect for aggression. So Enigma Gaming, this is part of their identity, and that is gonna be Ghost. Beautiful headshot onto Clone, dashing in. He's gonna be spotted out by Car, but he still comes out on top. Ghost What is he doing now? He's got everybody in a trance, and Jiren's gonna stop his
Oh,
reign
Jiren.
with his own double as God Vexy falls as well. Now 3v3, the spike is advantage. Jiren taking out the boom bot, taking that a triple kill. Raw Field with a double of his own. Now Jiren is the last man standing. He does have abilities to work with, but Batman says no. It's time for you to go to sleep, and that is gonna be 11 points for the side of Enigma Gaming. Now, if Rebellious Gaming wants to have a chance, they've got to make it work on the side of defense, and they should prepare for those multiple consecutive round wins, because they can only now try to take their scoreline to match point and win, or it's just gonna be over.
Honestly speaking, here's where they need to make that stand, but at the same time, you have to remember that they opted to go in for force buys on that last round, so they don't really have a lot of money to work with, and even on this round, it seems as though there's a massive disconnect coming out from them, and Hiccup, he's not going to be missing any of his shots. He gets the first initial kill down on the air, goes pulls out the knife, and slaps a dagger into the face of Card in a matter of seconds. He is beating himself, and he is hunting them down, but Cole, he's still alive, he's still ticking. He wants to get a couple of his own kills, tries to switch out his gun at the wrong time, and he's going to be paying the price for it. Hiccup's going to be able to shut him down, and already it's 3 versus 2 on the map, ladies and gentlemen. Buster and Tchaikovsky, if they're able to pick up this gun for themselves, this could be what they need. And Tchaikovsky gets the first initial headshot, but he's not going to be able to get more than that. Buster goes in for that spray, takes down Vexy, but that's all that they're going to be getting, because Batman's going to be there for that trade. Match point now, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Enigma. That was so fast. These rounds are just going faster than the snap of my finger at this point.
Indeed, you know, we can see that Rebellious Gaming, they might be losing a little bit of their momentum here. Enigma Gaming, you know, if it's one thing, I would like to see this kind of aggression from the side of Enigma really carry through the tournament, because this is a kind of play style that kind of has died out, because most teams are just going the more calculated route. Now, this is going to be Clone finding the first kill. God Vexy with that Trailblazer, gonna spot one out, and now with the guiding light, Batman's gonna pick up a kill onto Karn. Clone showing himself, firing away, trying to get a little bit of damage down onto A short. That smoke dropped by the Brimstone does find a bit of time for Jiren. He gets the kill onto Hiccup. Clone, he's holding it down, and Batman is the last man standing. Now here comes the lockdown, but he's gonna watch out. Clone so cheeky, rendering that lockdown completely useless. 4 kills for Clone and a point for Rebellious Gaming, but they are hanging by a thread. One wrong move, a bad round, and it is a wrap.
Questionable lockdown coming out from the side of Batman, but at the same time, I do believe that Hiccup, he was not ready for that guiding light to come out through from the side of Dexy. He gets caught out in the middle of nowhere, and he was flashed out, and he had nowhere to go. He pulls out that grenade trying to do something, but he was not able to fight much. He gets taken out by Jiren. But that was a really crucial run coming out from all the members of the side of Rebellious. This is going to give them the momentum to keep on fighting and keep on going, because now they have the guns to take a lot of these fights. This is going to be massive for them, but at the same time, it is the side of Enigma being able to find multiple, but Clone is actually going to be able to get a double before he gets shut down immediately. Hiccup finally being able to get that trade off, and now all the members of the side of Enigma are going to be rushing on down from the back, and it's going to be Tchaikovsky trying to go in for a couple of his own shots. Not going to be able to find out much. Instead, it's going to be Hiccup being able to take him down. 3 versus 3 on the map already, and with the pushes coming on down from the side of Elong, and also from the side of CT Karn, he's not looking it down properly. He's going to be the one to pay the price. He cannot crouch at that angle. Otherwise, it's going to be a detriment for your end. Buster, he actually gets a triple kill for himself. The tracking on this man, and the aim is just so clean. Buster is just busting down the doors of Enigma one by one. 12-5 on the scoreboard, and they are keeping their tournament beams alive for as long as they possibly can.
You gotta love the vibe that Rebellious Gaming is exuding. Despite being down by so many rounds, they can appreciate that amazing spray down there by Buster, coming down, be long, and just finding that right opportunity to wipe out the entirety of Enigma Gaming. Buster, indeed, he has really showed up. And you know, what's really crazy is that if you're looking at the scoreboard, right? Clone has a total of 14 kills, Buster 11. It is a struggle for Rebellious Gaming, but so many of those kills were memorable. And that is the thing about them. When they do find the right opportunity, they give us a show for it. Moving on into the next round here, God Vexy has a total of 20 kills on that Sky. That is just amazing to me. But they are forced onto an eco, so let's see if the Wild Wild West is gonna serve Enigma Gaming.
Oh.
Right, but Buster, that phantom nasty shot onto Hika. Just get shot down low, and he's gotta heal back up to full health.
So he's gonna be able to survive for as long as he possibly can, but at the same time, look at Jiren. He used the teleport, and with the ultimate coming on down from the side of the sky as well, the pushes are gonna be coming on in from the back, and they need to get their shot, and they're gonna be able to get that kill. Batman with one, Ghost with another. They're gonna be able to get the gun for themselves as well from the back end, and with this Prime going on down towards the A side, the positioning Prime from the side of Ghost, he could be the one to shut down multiple members away from the side of this rotation. But Ghost, he's not gonna be looking it down. He does not want to go in for that peak. Ghost, he needs to try and find this kill. This is going to be so crucial coming out from them. If Ghost finds one kill, that's all that he needs. He's going to be able to find it, get the advantage for a seat. One by one, the bodies are piling on up, but Jiren is still alive. He's still kicking, and such a disgusting headshot. Pixel perfect out of the head of Ghost, shutting him down. And Tchaikovsky with another kill of his own. 12-6 on the scoreboard, and comeback season is in session, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Rebellious Gaming. One by one, they're able to claw their way back, take us down to the 12-6, and hopefully into an overtime as well.
Rebellious Gaming, 3-round consecutive win here. They are trying to hold on to what they have. Or even if they aren't going to make it, they are gonna leave a mark. So it's wild, all these crazy plays from the side of Rebellious Gaming. It's coming out, and it kind of reminds you why we love this team. When they do come around, they show us the kind of power that they're capable of. But, you know, just a little bit of inconsistencies here. Clone now, he's going to be spotted out there and tosses in the grenade. But Ghost with the daggers, he's ruthless, shoving them down the defenders. Enigma Gaming, they want to close this off. Batman is going to take out Carmel. He's distracted by Hika. Tchaikovsky gets tagged by the Paranoia. Out comes the Hunter's Fury. And he's going to pick up a kill onto Hika. Tchaikovsky. And now that Killjoy lockdown.
Standing ahead.
It's a 2v4 situation.
There they are.
That recon bolt does spot out a couple of members. Tchaikovsky going for the challenge, comes out on top, and now it's down to a 2v2. Tchaikovsky and Buster, we've known them as a duo. Insane synergy. And God, Vexy's gonna pick up Tchaikovsky. It's all down to Buster to try and save this round. He has max armor and health, a firewall to play with, but he is gonna push forward. The Tara spots him out, but Vexy looking for the shots, and he's gonna wrap that up. 13-6. That is Enigma Gaming securing the win, moving over to the next stage. And unfortunately, this brings us to the end of Rebellious Gaming's journey here in the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, and we have Booyah as our broadcast partner. That was an extremely fun best of 3, in my opinion. Aggressive. I thought it was absolutely great.
Now, it was a little bit of a question mark for me coming out from what Enigma did on a couple of their rounds before they were able to win that out. But I like the fire coming out from the side of Rebellious. They did their best whenever it came down to a lot of their execution-heavy matchups, and they were able to get a lot of their pushes off. But in the end, it all came down to the consistency coming out from the side of Enigma. They were just so much more consistent in comparison. But that was not the only thing that allowed them to get that win. So we have a lot to break down, don't we?
All right, guys, let's head over into the LG Ultragear match highlights and talk a little bit more about what went down in the entirety of this best of 3. Now, we just finished map 2. The scoreline was 13-6, and Enigma Gaming took map 1, 13-8. So I'm going to start off with Rebellious Gaming, right? This team has been on the circuit for the longest time, I think nearly since the start of the Valorant competitive scene here in this region. So when you look at Rebellious Gaming, it kind of screams nostalgia. You remember Buster, Clone, and Khan, especially, and Tchaikovsky as well. Jiren being a later addition, I think he fits in very nicely with them. It's just that the entirety of Rebellious Gaming, there is a little bit of work that needs to be done. But the reason why I said that this was such a fun best of 3 to watch is because Rebellious Gaming kind of brought me back to the time when Valorant was still up and coming, and how they were showing us their prowess, their skill, and they really shone through. And the fact that this team, you know, they had a little bit of a break, and now that they're coming back together, they're still trying to look through their bearings, trying to figure out what is that concoction that they need to pull off a successful team. So, I give it to them, Rebellious Gaming. They might be a little bit of work, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And Buster with those one taps on the Sheriff, I mean, you're not going to forget that. You're not going to forget that at all. So Rebellious Gaming able to come into the Invitational and leave their mark. I truly appreciate that. And now looking at the side of Enigma Gaming, this is crazy. This team came together. Hiccup, he is now in India. He's in the boot camp with his buddies. This team, Enigma Gaming, they are a force to be reckoned with. And I feel like they're just getting started. Now, what I do like is their aggression, and I really hope they have that confidence to bring this aggression against the other teams to show that they are not afraid and that they are going to keep fighting. Of course, you gotta make sure that some of it is calculated. So good on Enigma Gaming. Congratulations. What are your afterthoughts, Aggressive?
Now, when it comes to my own speculations of what exactly went wrong for the side of Rebellious is primarily, once again, same problem that they had going up against SAUL, but it's not as pronounced in this particular matchup because I did see that they were able to iron out a couple of their flaws. They were able to play much more together as a cohesive unit, but it only came down to rushes. The strategic aspect of a lot of their plays was not really present, and I do believe that was a little bit of a problem coming out from lackluster IGLing. Whenever it comes to these clutch scenarios, whenever it comes down to those last three members, USA IGL, you need to pick up the last remaining pieces and try and conduct them in some form, shape, or fashion to make them understand that, hey, it's still doable. You can still try and find this one out. Because I'm like highlighting the main round in particular is actually going to be on Bind when it was a 3 versus 4 situation and they were all just stuck near onto the side of A. Maybe if Clone wanted to go in for a peek, he would have been able to be aggressive, try to jump inside of the teleporter, allow Karn to get a couple of his own kills, but it was just not there, and that is what hurt them a lot. And hopefully the side of Rebellious, they understand this and come back even stronger, because there is a team when it comes to the individual skill and
And it does seem like, unfortunately, Aggressive might have just faced some tech difficulties, but not to worry, you guys. So it does seem that I'm going to close this off. Very unfortunate there for Aggressive, but thank you for bearing with us. Now, remember, this is the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, and we have Booyah as our broadcast partner. Once again, congratulations to Enigma Gaming for moving over to the next stage. And as for Rebellious Gaming, your journey ends here, but I'm very excited to see you guys in the near future. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live. Also, if you want to play like the pros, we have a 144 Hz 1MS gaming monitor. You can check out LG Ultragear. And if you also want to upgrade your gaming gear with the latest esports offerings, we've got HyperX. Links are in the description. A very unfortunate end, but thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the second half that kicks off very much soon. Yep, it does kick off, I do believe, at about 7:30 or 6:30 p.m. So keep an eye out. Remember to subscribe, and we'll be back later. Until then, happy gaming.